How to accept an Oscar. Hello and welcome to Videojug. Paint your face, put on your glad rags and borrow $1 million worth of diamonds. Oscar's here, and you can learn a lot about the do's and don'ts of speech making just by looking at him. He's short, he's shiny, and he has no naughty bits. Videojug has sifted through 79 years of Oscar history to bring you the do's and don'ts of Oscar etiquette, so that when you have to make an impromptu speech, you'll look like a star. Step 1. And the winner is. The first thing to get right is your reaction to the result.
And the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor goes to...
It's critical that if you lose, you don't do what Samuel L. Jackson did at the 1994 Oscars.
Clint Van Hazen!
Whatever your studio executives have told you, expect to lose. And when you win, your delight will be beamed across the world. It'll be the first really honest performance of your career. Step 2. Small ones are more juicy. In the 1940s, Greer Garson managed a speech that seemed to go on for about 3 days. Now there is a long-standing rule at the Academy Awards that no speech should be longer than 45 seconds. So, none of this.
I would really like to thank my ancestors, because if it wasn't for my ancestors, then they wouldn't have given birth to my great-great-grandparents, who wouldn't have given birth to my grandparents.
Be clear and structured so the audience know where they are. This doesn't mean you can't tell a joke, but do it fast enough to ensure that the whole world has not switched off and gone to bed by the time you get to the punchline.
So I want to thank them, because without them I would not be stood in front of you all today.
Step 3. Fight the power. The political speech is a fine art. If you really want to get people talking about your speech, then you can't do better than bringing up on stage a small indigenous character in traditional garb whose home is under threat from a war, chemical spill, or multinational plastic toy manufacturer.
This is Takawana. His entire village has now been bought out by Disney. This is an outrage.
Remember to accept your Oscar on behalf of his entire tribe and finish with a clenched fist that suggests solidarity with all other troubled tribes everywhere. This is well worth doing for the massive DVD market that will open up for your subsequent films. Step 4. Crying a river. When Gwyneth Paltrow dissolved into floods of tears for her Best Actress win for Shakespeare in Love, she tapped into something that had been irritating Oscar lovers for years: the excess of emotion.
You know what? When I was little, all we had to eat was wild turkey, and then there was no more. When there was no more wild turkey, all we had to eat was squirrel and that. And then when there was no more squirrel, all we had to eat was dust. And then we just had to put our faces in the dust and suck and lick it up. And, oh, God!
You're a professional. Keep those emotions in check. Dry your eyes, get it together, and smile for the cameras, sweetheart. You're ruining your own big moment. Step 5. Make your clothes work for you. Although lots of people win Oscars each year, only one actor really wins, and that's the one that gets written about the most afterwards. One of the best ways to make sure you get more column inches than anyone else is to wear something truly astonishing. Like Bjork did in 2001 when she turned up dressed as a swan. Step 6. Make 'em laugh. When The English Patient won 9 Oscars in 1997, director Anthony Minghella remarked,
This is a great day for the Isle of Wight.
A single good joke can stay in the audience's mind far longer than a parade of poor ones. So, if you think you might win something, work hard on a good gag. And if you can't think of one, ask your funniest friend. Congratulations! You are now worth $20 million a project. Now raise your profile even higher by adopting a baby from a developing country, checking into rehab, and releasing a grainy sex tape on the internet. Done.